Now we review the Netflix original Extraction 2. Well, I guess if it's a sequel, it's not that original, but it's a Netflix movie. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have been meaning to get to this film for months now. I don't have Netflix anymore. Somebody had to invite me over to watch it. So, that's the reason. But it's Extraction 2. I enjoyed Extraction 1, and Extraction 1 was a story of a Chris Hemsworth-esque character going in there to extract, I believe, an Indian. It's been a while. A person from India or maybe an Arab. Anyway, a rich person from another country and getting all messed up. And I saw that movie and said, there's going to be a sequel. It was a pretty good film. Before I go any further, let me remind you that for every 1,000 subscribers, I got to purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. Comment, like, and subscribe. Anyway, so Extraction 2 starts off exactly where Extraction 1 ended. You see what happens to the Chris Hemsworth, who is badly injured, and he's picked up and he's taken to the hospital, and they make him live. But he's walking with a cane, and they set him up in a cabin out in the middle of nowhere where, he can just be whoever he wants to be. This cabin is oddly stocked with weapons for a guy who's just going to be who he wants to be. I don't know if that was originally his house, but there's a lot of weapons there. And then, Idris Elba shows up to offer him a job. And it's a job for reasons I'd rather not disclose. He really has to take. So in 6 weeks, he goes from being a dude walking with a cane to being full-strength Hemsworth again, and ready to extract somebody from a heavily corrupt European Slavic nation. Alright, so yeah. Extraction 2 is almost exclusively non-stop action. And, for being an action movie of its caliber, there are things I cared for and there are things I didn't. There are some really kind of dumb scenes where it's like, okay, there's a full-on riot going on, and a Hemsworth is all you really need. There are close calls, but a Hemsworth is all you really need. And, things like action sequences on trains, helicopters, big guns, lots of explosions, and people having a die-hard level of invincibility that they can be injured but they can't be killed are all parts of this movie. Those are wonderful things in modern film. They're actually a lot of fun. And that's just one of those concepts. It's like, yeah, look, this is a popcorn movie. You turn your head off and you watch the popcorn movie and you don't think too hard about it. There are some really dumb action sequences in this movie, and people being able to support another person's weight while holding on by one arm. That would be the equivalent of me being able to dangle one arm from something from any amount of time. I'm basically the weight of, well, no, those people had gear on. So that would be more than me. I'm granted it's Chris Hemsworth. His arms are thicker than my neck, I guess. But the point there being is, yeah, it's outlandish. But it's a die-hard outlandish movie. Die Hard was Die Hard for a reason. They called it Die Hard because this dude can't be frickin' killed in the movie, right? And somebody said that it would take something like 5 lives for John McClane to be able to make it through Die Hard. Well, yeah, it would probably take 10 for Chris Hemsworth to make it through Extraction 2. But that's what you're coming to see. It's an awesome movie. There are these really great action set pieces. And you're just watching to soak in the cliche. This is the cheesy nachos. This is the Taco Bell equivalent of a movie. You don't go to Taco Bell because it's good. You go to Taco Bell because you love it, and you're going to love this movie. So yes, Extraction 2 goes very, very high on the watch list. Almost at must-see. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this movie because it's really awesome. I mean, is it smart? Does it make sense? No, it doesn't. It's not supposed to. It's an action movie. You're supposed to eat popcorn and pizza and nachos and whatever else, turn your head off, and let the pain and suffering of this horrible world we live in step aside for, whatever the runtime is. Anyway, love this movie. High on your watch list. I'm Richard. Halt! You have entered the jurisdiction of Sergeant Duck! And Sergeant Duck says it is your duty to comment, like, and subscribe. That way you will support this channel for more awesome content. This channel will then pull 1 pound of trash out of the ocean for every 1,000 subscribers, help plant trees every year, and do all kinds of good things for you. You deserve it. So, comment, like, and subscribe. Better world for you, better world for me, and I won't issue you a ticket.